This video was sponsored by BlueStacks, a free Android emulator that you can use to play Azur Lane and other anime mobile games on your PC. This will let you get better graphics quality than on your phone, and overall it will just provide a much more smoother and nicer experience. So, if you're interested, feel free to click the link in the description below or the pinned comment, and I'll see you guys in the video. See ya! Hi, I'm Ander, or FBI Open Up, and today we're going to be looking at some gear recommendations for one of the recently added ships, Tosa. Tosa is a super versatile battleship that is most well known for her 3 barrages. Now the fact that she has so many barrages, combined with how her salvo activated one, does not change regardless of where you place her in the backline, makes her a great person for any situation, especially in a mob fleet. In this video, I'll be going over her recommended gears as well as her skills. With that being said, let's get into some potential gear loadouts. Before we get into the gear, let's just go over some cool Tosa perks that she has as well as her skills. So the first thing that you would notice is that she is one of those cool battleships that have a torpedo stat too. This can be useful for filling out a hard mode map requirement, and as always, if you click this skill right here, she is yet another barrage-focused battleship. Now, unlike most barrage battleships, she does not have to be placed in the middle flagship position in order to maximize her barrage. Her red skill, Accomplish Any Feat, is the classic salvo-based barrage that has a very high chance of activating at a nice 75%, and as you can see, the cool part is that it's completely unaffected by where you put her. Crush Any Contender right here, her yellow skill, aka the one that you need a PhD to read due to how complicated it sounds, can be summarized in a couple of simple sentences. Basically, it means that Tosa will be able to just shoot a supporting barrage when the other fleet you are using is on its 3rd, 4th, or 5th battle. Now this other requirement stuff just means that Tosa obviously has to be alive, and that the other fleet that you are using has to have a battleship in the middle back position, also known as the flagship position. And as an FYI, the thing that says that it has to be a battleship means that it has to be a battleship. You can't use a battle cruiser or a battle monitor, it only works with a battleship. Now this supporting barrage sadly turns out to be pretty underwhelming damage wise, so it's not really that worth trying to study the meaning of this skill. And the other part of this skill, right here, that says that when this ship is in combat and takes damage or if an enemy comes close, can be comparable to Hyuga Retrofit's melee artillery skill, or that one German prototype battleship that I can't pronounce, so I'll just call her FDG instead. As I've said, this barrage activates when Tosa gets, when Tosa takes damage, or when a ship gets too close. This will almost always be activated when a suicide boat slips past your vanguard, and it does a great job in taking those suicide boats out. Other than shooting suicide boats though, the shots of these barrage don't go far enough most of the time to help clear out the other ships on the screen, unlike FDG or Hyuga Retrofit's skill. So this skill is kind of underwhelming compared to theirs. Due to all of these different barrages, Tosa is pretty viable wherever you put her. Personally, I would run her in my mob fleet as her red skill barrage covers a very wide area that can clear the whole screen. Her other 2 barrages that you get from yellow skill right here, Crush Any Contender, are pretty nice to have, but they don't deal too much damage, and they're just kind of like little perks. It's not really worth trying to adjust your fleet for them since they don't deal that much damage, but of course they are always great additions to have. With that, let's move on to the general equipment build for Tosa. Unlike my other videos, Tosa only really has one big build, so I'll just cover all the different guns that you can use in each position. So first off, in the main gun category, since Tosa has a barrage that relies on when she shoots a salvo, as you can see right here, when this ship fires a salvo, you would want a faster firing gun for her. The best choice for this position is the prototype 406mm main gun, which is a straight upgrade from its other competitor, the 410mm, but of course it's a prototype and most people would not have access to it. So if you don't have access to this gun yet, you can always go and rely on the very solid purple, not gold, 410mm mounted gun, due to its amazing all-around stats and fast reload time. You can get the 410mm mounted gun from purple and gold Japanese boxes, stages 6-3, 7-3, and 12-4. Now, the last option for this slot is the twin 381mm. It's another option that gives a slightly faster fire rate compared to the 410mm, but it has a noticeably lower damage when compared to it. You can get the twin 381 from prototype research missions. Now to the next category, the Aux Guns. You can just go with the standard recommended light cruiser guns. Two very good options that can be used interchangeably are the purple 152 right here. And this is very good because it has a shotgun-like spread that is perfect with dealing with those suicide boats. You can get the twin 152 main gun from Royal Navy purple and gold boxes, stages 4-3 and stage 12, no, not stage 12, stage 10-1. You can get the Cleveland gun right here, which is another easily available option, the twin 150mm, which shoots in a straight line and can deal with suicide boats very nicely as well. You can get this gun from the Ironblood purple and gold boxes, stage 4-2 and 9-3. For anti-air guns, just like all the other IJN battleships, they kind of have a pretty negligible anti-air stat. This means that they won't be doing too much damage to planes in the first place, so you won't really have to be worrying too much about having the best anti-air slot for this person. If you do want to maximize your Tosa's performance, give her a twin 40mm Bofors Stag or the twin 40mm Bofors Hasemeyer, which both give a little bit of extra accuracy stat right here. You can see hit +5, and then over here you can see hit +10. So the best for all battleships would be the twin 40mm Bofors Stag because of the extra accuracy boost. But if you don't have them, it's not really too big of a deal. You can just use any other gold gun like how I'm using it. I'm just slapping on a random gold Roomba for her. And if you have no gold AA guns, the best purple anti-air guns are the 127mm or the purple Roomba. Finally, onto Aux Gears. Tosa can follow the standard battleship gears as well. The black and the white shells from core data give a very good damage boost. You really can never go wrong with them. They're always a good option for any scenario. Now, another very solid option that you can switch out if you don't have a shell yet is the SG radar, which is very useful because it reduces ambush chance, and you should at least have one per fleet, because that ambush chance reduction is super useful. Along with providing a lot of extra accuracy and some very decent evasion, it's going to be a very useful aux gear for any battleship. The last thing would be the fire control radar, which is kind of like a worst white shell. So if you don't have the white shell yet from core data, it's a good substitute if you don't have it yet. I'm currently using it on my Tosa because I kind of leveled up all my other white shells and I leveled up this thing already. But the thing is, I have no extra white shells to go and give my Tosa. So right now she's just chilling with a fire control radar. So that will this will wrap up the recommended gears. So let's get into the battle showcase. For the battle showcase, I'm just going to be doing some more Winter's Crown War Archive stuff because I'm still farming for Duke of York and I'm kind of procrastinating and just like putting it off. So this will give me a perfect opportunity to do just that. Alright, so we're taking on a Siren and hopefully we'll be able to demonstrate some of Tosa's skills. So crush any contender will happen if anything gets too close, and the other one, accomplish any feat, will happen once she procs, hopefully right here. Let's see it, come on. Okay, accomplish any feat. As you can see, it's just a bunch of just artillery and torpedoes, and it gets the job done pretty well. So that's her main salvo-based barrage. And I'll just go be back with the other one later. Looks like we've got another Siren this time. And let's see if Tosa's skills are going to proc. If she takes damage, the yellow skill will activate, or if something gets too close. And the red skill will activate once again if her salvo shoots and it decides to trigger. So right here, accomplish any feat. Let's go! As you can see, it shoots a ton of torpedoes too, so it'll be able to hit most of the things on the screen very nicely. Hopefully this time we can go and get her second skill to proc, but it's highly unlikely. Okay, here we go, round 3. Accomplish any feat. Let's see how much damage this does. So yeah, crush any contender just activated too, so there's her second barrage. You might have missed it because it was kind of lackluster, but that's all you're really gonna get. So, combined with all those barrages, she'll be able to go and clear these mob fleets pretty nicely. Let's see if she's going to activate her skill again. That did not happen, but you know what? Sometimes things in life just don't go your way. And I shouldn't be saying this because I'm just an Azur Lane YouTuber, but whatever. Woo! Battle done. Now, this will just demonstrate Tosa's last barrage right here. The one that is in her other fleet. So real quick, once it hits the 2-minute 40 mark right here, Tosa's support barrage should trigger. And right here, as you can see, crush any contender has activated, and it's kind of hard to see, but that's her entire barrage right there. Yeah, I know it might seem a little underwhelming because it really is, but that's all you get for her third barrage. So that should probably give you a little bit of a perspective of why you shouldn't be worrying too much about trying to incorporate that into your fleet, because her last barrage is really lackluster. With that battle finished, that will wrap up my video regarding the gear guide for Tosa. As always, if you found this information helpful, consider dropping a like and subscribing. Don't forget to press that notification bell for my future uploads as well. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions that need to be answered, and I'll try my best to reply. If you're interested, you can always join my Discord server if you need advice or just want a place to chill and relax. Now that's all I have for this video, so have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Peace!